Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Raids week 32, day 4. So today, we of course are, if we still have any raid battles left, we're definitely going to be going and finishing out those. And it looks like, hey, we'll actually be able to get the final points we need ourselves, because that's probably within range that we can actually fight for it. So that's actually going to be really cool. I don't think we've ever been the final person to get the last little bit of points. But it looks like we're potentially about to, unless someone from my guild snipes it. However, I'm not sure if I actually get enough points. We'll have to see how many we get for the next kill. But yeah, we'll start using our battles, and that should be able to cover it. Let's see, how many points are we at right now? That can kind of tell us if we can make it within 12 battles. So we'll probably get like, what, 5,000 more points? And how many more points do we need? About 5,000 more points. So yeah, we should actually be able to solo it, even if no one in my guild's doing any right now. So that'll be cool. So we'll be able to go do that. That'll probably be the first thing we do to make sure we actually go and get it then. That'll be cool. Anyways, I think that'll be the first time we actually are the last person that finished out the raider invasion. Normally it doesn't fall that way. Normally by the time we start the stream, it's like, oh, it's already done. But we'll go do our dailies here. We have ourselves our special little offer things for today, of course, which are a little bit better today, at least what I got. The main one being worth it, though. Actually, those two aren't worth it. The only one that's worth it was the VIP one for me, and it's a VIP key offer. I'm pretty sure you need to have VIP to even get this offer. I'm not sure, but it's given that it doesn't have a discount, it makes me assume so. But basically, these keys normally cost 45 gems each when you buy them in bulk. Normally, if you're buying them individually, it costs 50 gems each. But their actual value is 45 gems each, because that's what you get when you buy them in 50 bulks. So that's your actual value. Same as how a gem key is 9 gem keys, even though you theoretically can buy it for 10. But, you know, you do it based on the lowest bulk value. So the lowest bulk value of this is 45. That comes out to a total of 135 gems. And as you can see, this is lower than 135 gems, so we actually get 10 gems worth of saving. Is it really worth it? But we'll go and collect them. Eventually, we'll have enough VIP keys that we can just open a 50 bulk and get it at a slightly higher discount than we normally would be. We're only saving about 3.3 gems per key, which obviously isn't a lot of savings, but hey, we're going to need them eventually for Mythics anyway, so why not? So this one I actually am going to go for, because it comes out to about 3.3 gems cheaper per key compared to actually buying this in 50 bulk. So this actually is worth it if you happen to see that one. It is actually worth it every single time you see it, assuming you have a surplus of gems. So we will get ourselves 3 VIP keys. And that comes out to an exactly, what does that come out to exactly per key? What's 125 divided by, normally they're 45 gems each. What's the exact number if we divide that? So 125 divided by 3. The exact number is 41.6. So is it really much of a savings? Not really. It's a 3.4 saving or so. But hey, it's still some amount of savings. But it's about 3.4 gems each of savings for a total of 10 gems saving across the 3. About a little bit. Anyways, it still wants us to go get Dervish. Apparently, this is like the second time in a row we got it. It really wants me to go level Dervish, apparently. And this is not worth it. The Metal of Orpheus is the most common one. I would sooner buy like a Guard or a Yasmin. But, especially since they'd probably be cheaper. If the Epic one costs that much, I'd be contemplating buying it. But, for something like that, probably not. And even an Epic one would probably not be worth it for 300. An Epic, if it was 300 with 25% discount, I could maybe consider. But I don't think I would ever go for this Ultra Rare. Seems pretty pricey, both of those. But that VIP one that we got today was worth it. Anyways, so let's go do raids. I mean, yeah, raids. I was right the first time. Now we'll mess with class event and hand out codes. Salty did give me more codes, by the way, gosh. But, yeah, she did give me more codes. We already had enough codes for, like, another week, but I wanted to make sure because she's, just in case it took her a while to get around to codes. And apparently it only took a couple days, so that was good. But we got them way ahead of time. We have enough codes for, like, the next, well, definitely all of May, that's for sure. Anyways, and also we have a lot of stuff coming in tomorrow. New Mythic and New Kingdom, and we'll be going, or sorry, New Mythic and New Faction, which are basically the new kingdoms these days. But, yeah, we'll be going over that tomorrow morning. I'll probably go over the Mythic before we start to stream, do a little video for it, and then we'll do a stream going over the new faction and grinding it out and maybe going all the way. We'll probably try going all the way on the first stream. I think we're going to do the first 10 rooms normally, and then we'll just rush the rest, I'm pretty sure, is the game plan. Anyways, hello everyone. Hello Bill. Hello Humberto. Hello Gustavo. Hello Dinosuit Girl. Hello John. Hello Alexandri. Hello Birdleaf. Hello Dortero. Hello Dan. Hello Ricardo. Hello Mod Mark. Hello Jamie. And hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome. You got 4 times Chalices. 120 shards and 6,000 gold for 100 gems. Is it worth it? No. I had the same offer, I believe, on the first day, and I didn't go for it. Every single offer I have seen that includes chaos shards and treasure is not worth it. Because you have to keep in mind, the main thing that treasure actually does, or at least later in the game anyways, is it just saves you gold. It doesn't really serve any purpose in saving you gold. And to spend gems on a small amount of gold generally is not worth it. And that's essentially what you're doing whenever you're getting treasure. If you're really early on in the game, it could be a little bit more worth it. However, would anyone that early on in the game even have that many spare gems that they could just throw at those tasks? So probably not worth it even in that situation. I was like, hello, Cookie! Welcome. Anyways, let's go do raids. Let's go finish out raids and do the entirety of the rest of raids and claim our final reward because we are right within hitting distance of completing out this event. Still using the same thing we have been. I haven't really had a need to switch. It's just a Yasmin's Pride, or sorry, not a Yasmin's Pride. A Urskia shield poke, shield gain into a nice big AoE. That's pretty much what we've been running. So for this, we just simply go and buff them up. Cast, dead. And we'll do that. Cast it again. And it'll pretty much wipe. So, I should probably go kill the boss here. Alright, that reminds me. We need to be running with armor. To make sure that we could try to get the kill. We're at the point where they're going to stop dying, though. We might actually start needing double cast. Which does slow us down a decent amount compared to being able to one-shot them. Which is a little unfortunate there. But I'll take that for now. And then get another AoE, and then they'll definitely die by the second one. For sure. Okay, do we need to revamp this in any way to make sure that it can? Well, other than that, I guess we go for a little bit of armor here. But yeah, I think we're finally out of kill range on that, which is a little bit annoying. We can go for pure armor here, as pure armor will be a little bit better. Where's my armors at? So we'll go for that, We'll still keep the 20% though, just because it gets it rolling a bit quicker. So we'll still maintain that. And we're getting there. We only need 4,000 more points. And we'll definitely be able to do that with that many more battles remaining. Oh wait, they're doing it on the Discord this time instead of the forum? Weird. Gosh, I haven't checked in the Discord for this game for ages. I should still be in the group. Let's see. We'll grab, I'll grab a guard for now. And then we just get the kill over there. And then just try getting a nice convert. Oh, thank you for that, Cookie. Greatly appreciated. As always. Helps out a lot. And hello, Liz! Welcome! And hello, John. Welcome, welcome. Let's see. We'll go for that for now. Is Cookie still trying to get max? I thought Cookie already was max. I can definitely give Cookie a cookie. I'm not in global right now, though. Let's see. Where's Cookie? She's in my guild, so it's really easy just to give her one whenever. Let's see. We'll take that down. And we're right back to the starting map. Okay, let's get this down onto, gosh, I always try doing it like you would Yasmin's Pride. I'm just so used to using Yasmin's Pride. Go to that, that'll be full mana off enchant. Go for nice big pokes. This should hopefully clean up kill every single time. That'll be really annoying when cast doesn't kill anymore. Still does, luckily. I almost feel like moving her behind the thing. The only problem with moving her behind is the initial poke for Zugoff will be a lot slower. Like, killing the Zugoff would be slower, but winning the battle would be quicker. But not killing the Zugoff as quick is a really high liability. I'd rather the battle take a little bit longer and play it safe, like we are right now. Let's see, we'll move that over. Grab a shield onto that. Yeah, we'll go for the poke over there. We don't have alignment for any of that, so we'll just go and poke then. Grab that. Everything else we can keep as is. Can we actually double buff and just go for the kill at this point? Pretty sure we could. Should be enough damage. There we go. We could actually even do that instead of double casting too. Though we have to wait on killing Zugov if we do, which is the only liability. Yeah, hiking Iron Gut and Delves is really nice. Actually, isn't he in Soulforge right now? I never did cover a video on that, did I? I meant to. But yeah, there's 3 really good things in Soulforge right now. Hiking Iron Gut if you want to make your Delves a lot better. Fair Shara if you want to farm souls. And Wild Queen if you just want to completely demolish demolish the 3 Guild War days that should be used for brown, yellow, or sorry, brown, green, and purple. Okay, we need brown mana, so we can go get a second shield down. Okay, and that's match. And Zugov shouldn't be able to get up in that time. So let's go and throw another shield down. He'll do a little poke, does almost nothing. Get a big AoE. Gosh, he has so much durability, he actually lives. And then now we just kill it with whatever, and that counts as whatever. Well, I went over it some, but I didn't do like a separate video thingy for it. But we have gone over it this week. But if anyone still has any questions on it, feel free to ask. Like, we covered it, but also didn't cover it. Like, we covered it, it just wasn't in its own separate video. And sometimes people don't watch to, like, a certain point within a video. Unless it was, like, completely separated. Let's see. But we did go over it. It's not like we didn't go over it this week. Let's see. We'll take that over. We'll grab a thing over there. And tomorrow, the first thing we'll be going over, of course, is the new Mythic. And then we start going into the new faction. New Mythic's pretty underwhelming, though. As it currently stands, it seems like it's not worth getting. I'm still obviously going to be getting it and showing it and doing all the normal stuff we do with it. However, as it currently stands, it does not seem that enticing. But who knows, maybe it's used for something. Okay, looks like we got about 3 battles left. Obviously, we have more battles than that as far as sigils, but as far as how many we need to get our points, theoretically could even run with 50% stats to speed it up a little bit. I don't think we're going to need more battles than that, than 5. It's probably more than enough. Plus, we'll probably get our Valraven in there. Okay, do we have a convert here? Yes, we do, so we'll go get the convert right there. Yeah, Wild Queen I absolutely love for Guild Wars. The only problem is I feel like that's the only time I ever use her as Guild Wars. The only other overlap she really has is PvP. As far as main overlap. Alright, hopefully it's enough to kill everything. It should. The gate was the only thing that should have had enough damage. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, wait, never mind. That was just a single buff, wasn't it? That wasn't double buff. Whoops. Whoops. Not that big a deal, though. As long as this kills the boss, we should be fine. That's not good. Let's see. How could you do such a thing? That's a little scary. We should be fine, but still a little sketchy. He's in one-shot range, so worst comes to worst, we kill him with Skull. I can even Skull distract him here. Oh, oops, it's blocked by yellow. What do we need? We need, red or brown. So let's take the brown. Let him do whatever. And he's now dead. Theoretically, could have gone for a mana too, but it wasn't guaranteed full mana. How close are we? Looks like we're 1 or 2 battles away. Looks like it's 2, most likely. Well, the new Mythic that's coming tomorrow, he'll still be able to, like, kill things. But as far as meta-ness, he's not particularly meta. And it's probably going to be rather underwhelming. But he's not, like, the worst Mythic in the game. He's pretty far down there, but he's not the worst. He's definitely a lower half, though, from what I can tell. But, like, he's barely lower half. But he's definitely lower half. Okay, I believe next battle is enough points. Yeah, either next battle or the one after. So close. We're almost there. Could have theoretically ran with 200% bonus right here. Especially with that Valraven. Maybe for the final battle we will. Just for fun. Get one gigantic guard's avatar and just wipe instantly again. Oh, I forgot to take those reds. So luckily he's probably going to have full mana off enchant by the time we even get the shield up again anyways. Okay, I'll throw that down. Get a nice big poke. Let him do whatever there, doesn't matter. Because he's already dead. Second he gets skull distracted. There we go, and that's either all the points we need, or we're just slightly off. And we are just slightly off. Which means it is time. Let's bring out the 200%. There we go, 200% bonus. Okay, do we have alignment? No. So we'll just go throw down some mana here. We'll take some red. Doesn't matter if he pokes us. Take some brown because he goes right into it anyways. Then we shield, and then you're dead. That should be enough to wipe. That doesn't kill Zugoff, but that does. There we go. Overkill. Very overkill. Alright, there we go. And we got the final points we need to have the entire guild finished with the event. And it looks like we got ourselves 4 remaining orbs that we haven't taken yet. So let's see how unlucky we are today. Let's see. What's our luck today? We're going to get 4 blues or 4 oranges. We got a green. A green. Hey, we got a blue. Okay, that's good. Now here's the moment of truth. Is this a orange or is this a blue or purple? If it's anything but blue or purple, it is worthless. Ah, well, we got 1 blue. What was that? 3 greens and a blue? That's not the greatest, but 1 blue. If nothing else, that was the blue we used to recuperate for the troop, because we used the blue to upgrade the troop for the event. So theoretically, we got no blue gain out of this event, since technically I used 1 to go upgrade it, so we didn't have to spend another 350 gems for the other part of the event. But, yep, there we go. So that's that. We got 1 blue and 3 greens. 2 small greens and 1 major green. Yeah, okay. Well, let's go clear out events real quick. I mean the dailies. Get some free XP towards our hero class that we're slowly trying to level up. All the hero classes we're slowly trying to level up. Every single one we don't have now. However, one nice thing about it now, though, is we're not getting any new hero classes anymore. So now that that's not a thing anymore, we can start getting these upgraded and not need to worry about it. So, like, once we get this thing upgraded to 100 in the next week or two, where it's not like we're going to have another thing to go get upgraded in another week. Like, normally what would happen is, oh, we just finished upgrading this to level 100. Oh, no, now another one's going to come in like a week. However, that's not going to happen anymore. Once we get one to 100, there's not like this worry of, oh, we got to go and redo this again next month. That's not going to happen anymore. So once we get the max, they're going to be max forever. And I'm kind of curious what offers we'll get, because we've gotten a Dervish one twice. 2 out of 3 days it told me, hey, go level up this hero class. And I'm curious what would happen if we actually got all of them upgraded. Like what else it would try asking us. Because obviously it will not try to ask us to level up a hero class if we already have the max. So it would actually completely eliminate every single one of those useless offers. A lot of them aren't really bought in that often. The only ones that are probably bought in a little bit more are the key ones that have a positive key gem gain. Because so far every single key one I've seen has a positive gem gain. So if you needed every single key within the drops that it gives, it would be worth it. I didn't need the event key one, so I didn't do it. However, if they sell like 20 gem keys for like 150 gems or something, I'm buying that in a heartbeat. Because that is a lot of savings on it. Or if they do something similar to that. Because in that case, that'd be 30 gems worth of savings. On a VIP key one that we got today was only 10 gems worth of savings, but it was still savings nonetheless. Oh, has a full list finally been composed? I actually did not check that. Let me go see. We can actually go through and tell if it's worth it or not. Actually, let's go bring it up right now. Let's go bring it up. Might as well. I'll go through right now. Here's a list of every single one that is worth it and not worth it. We'll go through them one at a time, and I will tell you if it is or is not worth it. Actually, it might even be a good idea to cover a video on that. But we'll cover it now as well. But, is it 100% complete? Do we know if it's actually completed yet, or is it still a work in progress? Gemsofwar.com. Let's see. If it'll ever load. Oh, where's the forum? Where's the compiled list? I assume it's under community content. Let's see. Never. Oh yeah, I'm not logged in on this. Oh no. Once in a blue moon is probably the actual answer. I'm kind of curious what this poll is into. I actually forget my username and password. I haven't auto-signed in on the other account, and I would have to go reset the password to actually figure it out. I actually do not remember what it is. I have so many of them, and since I haven't need to log into this for like years, I actually forget what I use for this. And I have it auto-saved on the other computer, but I don't have it auto-saved when I have like a little client thing open in this. So hold up. I actually want to see what the poll is for this, what the percents are. Give me a moment. Let me click on the home menu. No, I don't want to go all the way to home. I want to go to forum home, not the literal home menu of Gems of War. Go back to forum home. Let's see. What is the percent on this? How often would you, kind of curious. I'll say once in a blue moon. And, never is the highest. Actually, once in a blue moon is only like 12%. So the percents are never is 58% because the rewards are so abysmal. As much as possible is 20% because people want as much free resources as they can. Though technically, you can gain more resources by doing literally anything else than watching the ad with how bad the loot is currently for watching the ads. Once in a blue moon is what I said, just because we'll probably do it occasionally just for fun. Why not? Just to mess around with it. And a couple times a week is the absolute lowest. But yeah, never is at 58% and as much as possible is at 20%. Anyways, that's not why I came here, though. What I came here for is... where's the full list? Does anyone know the title of it? Daily deals, critique. This is probably not a full list, is it? Is this a full list? Does anyone know the title of the thing that has the full list in it? Daily deals, discussion, and content thread? Okay, thank you. Oh, wait, this is the, Wait, is it this one? It's not the same name, but I'm pretty sure that's the one you're referring to. Has every single one been compiled? I don't see the post of it. Unless that is it. But I feel like there'd be one more than that. Where's the full list? Or was it here and just collapsed? Oh, my bad. General info, available offers. There it is. Okay, so let's go through each one of these and say if it's worth it. So, expert supply. Use souls to level... actually, we should just read what the rewards are. So, 200 gems for 5 gem keys. Total value 50 gems. No, not worth it. So, expert supply, not worth it. Legion booster. It's 300 gems for 20 glory keys, 20 event keys, and 20 gem keys. This is worth it only and if you need event keys. If you need event keys, this is worth it. I had this offer. I did not need event keys, so it was not worth it. But if you are in a position where you do not have enough event keys, this offer would be worth it for 300 gems, as the gem value, as it even mentions here, is pretty decent. And it's actually lower than that because I always do it based on bulk value. But this is worth 1 gem each. These are worth 13.5 gems each, and this is worth 9 gems each. So if we break that down, there's 180. That's too hard to figure out in head. Let's see, what's 13.5 times 13.5 times 20? Actually, never mind. That wasn't too hard to figure out in head. Never mind. That's 270. So that's what? 270 plus 180. What does that come out to? That comes out to 450. And then you have 1 gem key value per thing, or 1 gem value. So that's 470 gem value is what this has overall. So 470 gem value for 300 gems. However, that assumes you need event keys. If you're in a position where you do not need event keys like me, it is not worth it. If you do need event keys, this is actually very much worth it because you get a nice wide range of keys. Some that you could use for Mythic, some that you can use for the monthly events when we sometimes get a new legend. That has been happening a lot less lately, but it is worth it if and only if you need event keys. So Legion Booster, potentially worth it, though endgame players probably not worth it for you. But for pretty much any other position in the game, it could be considered worth it, as getting these keys is much better than buying them individually. Anyways, Delve Catch. Use treasure to upgrade faction, so 100 gems for 4 of these. This is never worth it, don't get it. The other one is the bigger treasure. I got this the other day. Definitely not worth it, do not get it. So you never get any of them that basically are related to Chaos Shards. The Warder combo, it gives a bunch of various trait stones. I would say it's not worth it because within an hour you could just farm more than that, plus you'll get Arcanes. So Warder combo, unless you just desperately need those trait stones in a pinch, I would not go for it. Even then, I would reconsider. This one has a bunch of different Warder-related ones. Again, not worth it. A lot of these that are trait stone-related, I would almost always say are not worth it. You'd be able to grind out better if you just go do it yourself, especially with how quick you can get trait stones these days, particularly Arcane through Explore 12. Nature combo is the exact same thing, but for green, apparently. So those are not worth it. Fire combo, again, same kind of trait stone, not worth it. Wind combo, same thing, not worth it. Magic combo, same thing, not worth it. They're all just trait stone packs. Earth combo, obviously not worth it. Same thing. Writ offer. Use writs. This gives you 200 gems and it gives you 150 writs and 15,000 gold. This is... that's probably not worth it. However, if you break that down, that's 1.5 deeds. So I guess that's actually kind of worth it. If we bought 2 purples for 300, that's basically 200 writs. So this is actually a better deal than us buying 2 purples. Because the 2 purples were 300, but if you break it down, each 100 was 150 gems. So that's actually better than the thing we got. However, it has a slightly less deeds, but it's 100 gems cheaper. So yeah, writ offer theoretically, if you really wanted more purple deeds, could be worth it. I don't feel like it would be worth it if you're trying to use them towards Imperials. But if you're doing them just to do it towards purple, I feel like the writ offer might be worth it. Deed offers where you end up paying 300 gems and you end up getting 2 deeds of a color and then 60,000 gold. This is probably not worth it for anything other than purple. And the only reason it's worth it for purple is because magic bonus. But once you have that magic bonus, no longer are purples that valuable and they become the same useless value as every other colored thing. One that's kind of interesting, though I'm not sure if it's really worth it, is 500 gems for an Imperial. It is possible to be pretty low on Imperials. However, 500 gems to throw for one is a lot of resources. Like that's definitely not a small amount of resources for a single Imperial. That's pretty pricey. That is extremely situationally worth it. However, I would say more often than not, you should skip on Imperial. 500 gems for a single one just seems really, really high. Anyways, let's keep going. Crafting riches. So for 200 gems, you can get 10 of each of these. That seems extremely useless. Don't ever consider that. I'm not sure if I would even do that for 20 gems. That is extremely bad value, especially since you can get them just from dungeons over the course of a week more than that for much cheaper if you just buy the 20 gem pack every single day. And those 20 gem packs previously were already considered not that worth it. And now they're doing this for even less value, which seems really weird. Like, if this was 20 gems, I'd be hesitant to even buy it. And it's 200 gems. It has a 0 at the end of that. If anything, all these should have a 0 at the end of them. Not that number. But yeah, if it was 20, I would still almost say that's not worth it. And for 200, it is definitely not. There's not even any diamonds in there. Crafting wealth. This one gives you... well, there's the diamonds. 1,200 souls, 30 diamonds, and 3,000 shards. 3,000 shards is the equivalent of another 30 diamonds, if I'm not mistaken, which makes that basically 60 diamonds. Again, not worth it because you could just throw 20 gems every single day in order to get yourself 20 diamonds if you really want to, as well as a bunch of other loot. And we already considered those to be not the greatest of value, and now they're adding a pack that's even worse than that. So again, another one that is way too overpriced. So yeah, I would not bother going for this. The highest I would say that was worth it for is maybe if it was 100 or a little bit less, that could maybe be worth it. But at 300, that is way too much. Even if you get 25% discount, still way too much. Crafting treasure. This one, wait, didn't we already see this one? Oh, this one also has 50 diamonds in it though. But again, not worth it. That's way too expensive for what it is. That should be priced more closer to probably 100 gems. Common metal offer. So this one is you can buy one single full common metal for 100 gems. That's okay value, not the greatest. The rare one for 200 gems, that just became not worth it. 300 for this, definitely not worth it. They have no epic one either. That's really weird. But, yeah, I would say overall, all 3 of them probably aren't worth it. However, I'd probably say the Medal of the Guard is closest to being worth it. However, even that's not worth it. And the main reason I see that is all 3 of these are almost the exact same rarity as far as the drop of them dropping in Explore 12. So, the fact that that's just the cheapest and you just get it kind of works out. However, you'll eventually have all the commons max, so that will become increasingly less effective. But, yeah, all 3 of them are pretty much not worth it. But if you're going to go for one of these 3, oddly enough, the common metal offer I feel like is the best, as weird as that may seem. Anyways, next one, pet gift. For 50 gems, you get 10 white and 1 something. It just says 1. I'm not sure what that 1 is supposed to represent. Does that mean 1 random pet? If that one means 1 random pet, that is definitely worth it. For just 10 white pet food, I'm not sure. That comes out, obviously, to 5 food each. I'm not sure what this number means. Is that number of pet drops? It just says 1. I never gotten the pet one, so I'm not sure. It says one over here. Oh yeah, my bad. It's 50 gems per the dungeons, not 20. It gives you 20 diamonds, is what I meant to say. I misspoke there. It's still not worth going for those though. But yeah, it gives you 20 diamonds is what I meant to say. I was just mixing up the resources. It costs 50 gems, but gives you 20 diamonds, and it also gives you a bunch of the other colored thing. But those two are still not worth it. That doesn't change the fact that these resources aren't worth it relative to how many you can get just by spending them on the daily and getting them naturally through dungeons. What was I saying? Pet gifts. So I'm not sure what this 1 and 3 represents. Oh, they are pets. Okay, so these are actually both worth it. These are actually both worth it. All the time. It doesn't even matter what pet it is. Ideally one that you need. Because these pets are at least 1 pet food of a color, even if you already have them. So this is 10 pet food with 3 of a color, or pet that you need. And then 10 white with 1 pet of that you need. So these are actually pretty good, the 2 gift ones. I wish the pets actually cost that much within the actual things. But yeah, these 2 are actually probably always worth it. Potentially even if you already have the pet, but even more so if you don't own the pet, or you still need to max out the pet. In those cases, it is 100% worth it. Obviously, if you already have the pet, it's a little bit skeptical if you should go for it, as you're just getting a bunch of food, and that's still okay. But I would say this lower one's probably the absolute best. The 10 white with the 1 single food color. Has a lot of potential. This one you would only go for if you actually need the 3 copies. But this one you'd probably go for regardless of if you need the copy or not. Like, if you ever see the pet gift for 50, you should go for it. It doesn't even matter what the 1 pet is. Just go for it all the time. This one you only go for if you need specifically the 3 pets. Kingdom Helper. This is 25 gems. It gives 1 event key and 10,000 gold. That's not really that worth it. I'd probably skip on that. And gem value has 13.5 gem value. I always do it based on its lowest value. Class Favor helps towards class. This is never worth it. I've gotten it, what, twice now? 3 times? It's never worth doing. Hopefully we'll get every single hero class max, so we'll no longer keep giving it to us. Common Troops help towards power leveling. It costs 30 gems for 700 souls and 10? I'm not sure what this 10 means. I guess it gives you copies of the troop, I assume. These don't seem that worth it, given their prices. Though if it's a troop you really needed or wanted, it might be worth it. Like, for example, if this was like a Valkyrie and you wanted to go get her a level, that could be okay. If this was like an apothecary and you still have like 0 copies of her, or just wanted to get her upgraded once or something, that could be okay, I guess. But yeah, I guess these could be okay if and only if you need the copies of the troops. Kind of like how the pets are in a way. Except the smaller pet one is always worth it even if you don't need the copy of it. But yeah, these common to epic ones seem only worth it if and only if you are planning on upgrading the troop. In any other situation, probably not. And even in those situations, maybe not. And as far as ingot offer, for 20 gems, you can get 10 ultra rares, which is basically 1 epic. Is that worth it? No. I'd probably say not. Unless you just need them for the actual ultra rares. But for only 1 single epic for 20 gems. I don't know. Is that an okay conversion? I guess if you really needed it. If I saw it, I probably would go for it just for the sake of going for it. 20 gems doesn't take that long. Technically, it takes longer to get 20 gems than 1 ultra rare. So I might consider it. It's really situational, though. Or I'm actually getting to the point where I won't need epic ingots anymore anyways. Ingot catch. This is for 50 gems for 5 epic. That is worth it. So that comes out to 10 gems each per epic rather than 20 gems for 1 epic. So that one's worth it. The legendary one, never worth it, do not touch it. Mythic one, never worth it, do not touch it. Those are absurdly overpriced given how easy those are to get. The best value of all these is the ingot catch, which is 5 epic ingots for 50 gems. This is the only one that is worth it of these ingot ones, and potentially this one, but only if you need the ultra rare more so than converting it to an epic. An epic metal offer. Oh, there is an epic metal offer. Why was it not in the other section? So for 400 gems, you can get an epic metal. Is that worth it? Theoretically, yes. I'd probably still not do it. Same as the legendary one. They both are potentially worth it, actually. Though those are extremely pricey prices. If they were 25% off if I got it off of VIP, I would probably consider them. I'd probably not consider them at full price, though. But if I could get an epic for 300 gems, or a legendary for 320 or 50, what does it come out? What's 25% of 500? That comes out to 375, right? I believe that comes out to 375 gems. Is a single legendary medal worth 375 gems? Honestly, I'd probably say yes. I would probably say yes on that. I think. Because you have to keep in mind how long that actually takes to grind. Oh, cash? Catch? I always thought it was catch. Catch. Koch? I always thought it was pronounced slightly different than cash. It's like catch or koch or catch. I don't know. I always thought it was slightly different. Anyways. Yeah, I feel like that would be worth it. But more so only if you get the 25% discount. I'm not sure if those two are worth it if they are at full price. But I know if I saw one of these at 25%, I'd probably buy it instantly. Particularly the legendary medal. That's pretty pricey. But you have to keep in mind they are really, really long to grind. Anyways, and then there's the Vault Offer, which is actually what we just got right now. Oh wait, I got a different Vault Offer though. Mine Vault Offer had, wait, why is this one so pricey? This is 3 Vault Keys, not 1 Vault Key. But yeah, you get 3 Vault Keys for this, not 1 Vault Key. But yeah, or at least I got 3. Though I didn't have gold with mine. That's weird. But yeah, my Vault Offer was different. So this might not be a full list yet. Because my Vault Offer was definitely different than that. My Vault Offer was this today. Not that. We got, or it was a VIP offer. Okay. So it's not a Vault Offer. Oh wait, never mind. That's 1 Vault Key, not a VIP key. Oops, I misread that. 1 Vault Key. I misread that. Never mind. So the other one's probably a little bit lower down then. My bad. I didn't see that was a Vault Key. So is that worth it? 120 gems for a Vault Key? No. A Vault Key is currently valued, I would say, at about an 80 gem value. And to spend 120 gems for 1 Vault Key, unless you get really lucky on it, it is not worth that many gems. I mentioned in the past that its average value, I would say, is around 80 gems. So if that offer was 100 or lower. Well, then again, if you get 25% on it, it's 90. So if you saw it for 90, it would probably be worth it. If you saw it as its full price, it's probably not. At 90, I would maybe consider it. At full price, I'd probably just skip over it. Especially with how much of a horde of Vault Keys we have right now. Anyways, the following offers are VIP only. So these are the ones that you can only get through VIP 6. Every single one that you see below requires VIP 6 to appear. Otherwise, they will never appear. So far, I haven't seen any of these. I'm just about to show, though. So for 700 gems, if you have VIP 6, you can get 1 Minor Orb of Ascension. Is this worth it for 700 gems? No. A Orb of Ascension is worth a lot. It is generally not worth that much. I know, it's Vault, not VIP. I misread. But no, Minor Orb of Ascension, generally speaking, is worth about 400 to 500 gems. To sell it for 700 gems is a bit too pricey. If it was 500 gems with a potential 25% discount on occasion, then it would be worth it, potentially. And if it was 400 gems and just never having a discount, it would have been worth it. But at 700 gems, I don't think that would ever be worth it. Orb Supply. This gives you 1 Minor Orb of Wisdom. That is pointless for 350 gems. Don't ever get it. If you're at the point where you would even get that and have VIP 6, you probably don't even need a Minor Orb of Wisdom. Next one is the Orb Cash. This orb transfers into another orb of on collection. Oh, it's an Orb of Chaos. So you can get an Orb of Chaos for 200 gems. Is that worth it? If you get lucky. But no, you'd have to get a blue orb for it to be worth it. So the chance of that being good is very unlikely. Because if you get a purple, it's worth 135 gems. And if you get a blue, it's worth about 400, 500. However, the other two are worth like near 0. So that's a really big risk to take. Given that your chance of actually getting value on it is pretty low. And for 200, I don't think it's worth it. If it was like 50 or 100, or probably 100. If it was 100, I would maybe consider it. But at a 200 cost, I do not believe it is worth it. And then the clan offer, which is 200 gems. And you get 3 guildmate gifts and 1 Minor Orb of Clans. This is almost worth it. If it can be 25% sailed, which I don't believe it can. But if that thing can be 25% sailed, it actually is. Because the 1 Minor Orb of Clans is worth 135 gems. Or 150 if you count it at its base value rather than its bulk value. But it's worth generally 135 gems. And the guildmate gifts, I believe, are 25 gems, if I'm not mistaken. They can give to a guildmate. So that means 75 gems. And even if you take the lowest value of the 135, even if you just see the offer with no discount, it is theoretically worth it. Guildmate gift is 25 gems, right? I haven't used one in ages. Actually, have I ever used one? Now that I think about it. Because I don't think I've ever bought in those packs since they added gifts into them. I have bought in them before, but not while they had gifts. Because that was a feature that was added later, and then was buffed at a later time as well. But if I'm not mistaken, there are 25 gems per gift that you give to a guildmate. So that's theoretically a gem value of, what does that come out to total? So that's 75 gems and 135 gems. It's 210 gems. So you get 210 gem value for 200 gems. So that's a positive gem trade. However, 75 of those gems you have to give to your guildmates. So theoretically, you're not the one gaining that value. However, you're still theoretically gaining a value of 210. However, 75 gems of that value you do not receive yourself. You give it to your guild instead. So that could potentially be worth it, as it is a positive gem exchange. But you're giving almost half of it to your guild. I would probably do it because I don't really have any guildmate gifts. And the only other way to get I believe it's actually the first way to get guildmate gifts without money, if I'm not mistaken. So if we don't want to spend money on the game, you can do that to give guildmate gifts to your guild. So I would say it's worth it. It's always good to have some gifts laying around in case you want to give one to your guildmates, especially if you're a guild leader. Anyways, current missing descriptions. Oh yeah, I think I have the VIP offer. Do they not have the thing for it? Currently missing descriptions. But yeah, VIP offer, I have that one. I should probably go say what it is. Because we have VIP offer, which is, what was it again? It was 130, or it was 125. It was 125 gems for 3 VIP keys, is what it came out to. I don't have a screenshot of it, though. Let's see. Did anyone else post it? Oh yeah, I'm not logged in, am I? I know, somebody already got it. Someone beat me to it. Good job. So I don't even need to go mention it. He'll update it eventually. But, oh, there we go. So overall, bottom line is like 90% of it's not worth it. A short summary. They're almost all not worth it. In the current state of the game. If you need a quick summary of what we just all went over. So if you missed the last 15 minutes, the summary is almost ignore all of them. The only one that I would say is extremely worth it is the every single key one, if and only if you need the keys. So that's 2 different ones mainly, the VIP one and the one that gives you like a bunch of gem keys and event keys. That one's only worth it if you need the keys. And the other one that is always worth it is the 50 gem pet one. Because that gives a bunch of pet food. And it gives you a pet. And if you need that pet, it's even more worth it. But even if you don't need that pet is converted to another food. So that's not too bad for the exchange rate. Because if you try spending the exact same amount of gems in the pet menu, you're only going to get like 2 food or 3 food or a pet copy. And you'd be getting way more than that if you do it through the little pack that you could potentially get every single day. How can you make an entire patch about offers and make them all nearly useless? I feel like they don't know the economy of the game enough because they're doing it a lot based on data, but I don't feel like they experience the game enough to know exactly what the things should be priced at. Necessarily. I'm not sure. But there's some reason behind it. And that's what happens when they don't beta tests. Honestly, they need like beta testing for balance. Like they haven't done that for any troops or anything, and they've really done it for patches. But they really need it. Anyways, where's my team I'm looking for? Where's Phoenicia? There she is. Yeah, they are really pricey on gems for a lot of them. The gem values just don't add up for like 90% of the offers. They said yesterday they might add other offers. Well, what they really need to do is rebalance current offers before they add more. Yeah, the exclamation point for the daily deals is pretty annoying. I don't believe it pops up every hour, though. It only pops up when you log out and log in. So if you're logging out of your game and then logging in to take your tribute every hour, yes, it would blink. But if you're just keeping the game on the entire time, it won't keep blinking. So if you're doing it on a mobile device, it'll probably keep blinking. Because every single time you like exit and go back into an app when you switch between apps, I believe it'll start blinking. But if you're doing it on PC, it will actually never blink again for the entire day if you just had it idling openly. Is it untrue? I have not seen it pop up again since I've been playing. And I have been playing for a couple hours on end. What platform are you playing on? PC or a different one? I have not seen it happen on PC. Though I could see it happening very easily on mobile or something. But I have yet to see it on PC. That's weird. I don't know. I don't see it. Well, we can see the stream. When was the last time I opened it? Well, then again, I've opened it multiple times to stream, though. So it might do it maybe based on 1 hour since you opened it. And maybe because I've been going into that menu so many times to show this menu, it's not doing it. I could have sworn while I had it idling earlier that it wasn't blinking, though. But maybe that's because I already bought one for today. I'm not sure. Maybe it's based on some kind of factor. Because every single day except I believe for yesterday, I ended up buying one. So, maybe if you already bought one, it doesn't want to blink every hour? I'm not sure how it works. Or maybe if you have VIP 6, it doesn't do it as much? Who knows? Because I do have VIP 6. Which allows us to get that other little offer thingy. It also allows the occasional 25% discount. Actually, does anyone who doesn't have VIP 6 get the discount? Has anyone been seeing it who doesn't have VIP 6? A 25% discount occasionally on your third one? I'm not sure if that's just a random thing that occurs or if it's tied to VIP 6. I thought it was tied to VIP 6. Like, I think the way that it works is you either get a VIP offer that is only available for VIP on the third one, or you get it 25% off. I think that's how VIP 6 works. I think. Okay, it is locked behind it? Okay. That's what I thought. So that's basically how it works, most likely then. Is you either get a VIP one that doesn't have a discount, which is this. We had one that is exclusive only to having VIP 6. Or it's a one that you can get on one of the other slots, but it's 25% off. So that's probably how that slot works. It's either VIP 6 exclusive, or it's a normal one, but 25% off on it. So that's probably how that works. Anyways, what was I doing? Did we finish out dungeons yet? Yes, we did that. We did that. Okay, let's go clear through the class trial real quick. We already made up the team on Monday, of course. All we gotta do is just copy it out. Class high. What was this? Where's the quick kill? Class cheap. Where's the quick kill? Did I not make a quick kill? I didn't make a quick kill. Oh, we can make a quick kill out of this. Doesn't matter. Just replace this with Mountain Crusher and we're good to go. And I do need 20%. So let's go back to this setup, except with 20%. And now the only thing we need to go do is change the thing out, and then we'll be good to go. So go to here, 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 paste team, paste team. For the earlier battles, you just use Mountain Crusher rather than Earthscale Shield. And we just quick kill with one single Guard's Avatar cast pretty much this entire time. That is the game plan. And just rinse and repeat until we win. And then we have +2 yellow, +2 brown for our banner. And minus purple, but we don't use any purple, so it doesn't matter. You can see what you would get if you don't have VIP 6, but it doesn't show you how much it costs. Weird. Almost makes it seem like you get it for free if you have VIP 6. Which is bad design right there. Because obviously it still costs gems. Though you can get cheaper ones on your VIP 6. We did get a pretty expensive one the other day. The one right now is kind of mid-range. But we got one day that was really cheap. It was actually our cheapest offer. We got another day that it was our highest offer. And today is kind of mid-range. So it ranges quite a lot. Oh yeah, how did I, the next Mythic I end up saying is probably bottom half, but not the worst. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that good. Obviously we'll be messing around with it and seeing what it can do. But it just seems like a inferior version of Kraken, or as Thief Hero class or something. Seems just like a really inferior version of those. Because its unique trait is deal 12 damage to a random enemy. But that's pretty much just Taloka's ability, but with 2 higher damage. or Thief's ability, but it doesn't focus, or Kraken's ability is for its overall damage, but it doesn't distribute. So overall, it seems like it's going to be really bad. It's also one of those mythics that can't really kill that easily, but depends on kills to actually function. And this overall seems like it's going to be a pretty big mess. Not the worst, but pretty close to doing so. It's definitely lower half, and I would advise skipping it. Not to mention the kingdom that's coming in for Suncrest. And Suncrest is Phoenicia. And I would definitely advise just crafting Phoenicia rather than, or getting her off of random event keys in the future, than trying to get this mythic. Unless you really need Suncrest upgraded and you don't feel like you're going to get Phoenicia anytime soon. This is like the only situation I feel like it would be worth going for this mythic this Friday. In any other situation, it is probably not worth it. Festival Cal teams. Well, I guess theoretically that could be one thing it could be ran for, actually. I didn't think about that. But this new mythic actually probably isn't horrifically bad, though there's other options for doing that. But it probably isn't horrifically bad at killing things around the mid-range level. Like the kind of things that Phoenicia is good at, which is kind of funny because they're both from the same kingdom. But the things that Phoenicia is good at killing, or sorry, why do I keep saying Phoenicia? Yeah, Phoenicia is the right one. Is pretty much the same thing it's going to be good at killing. Because that kind of level range of stats is pretty much the same thing that can one-shot a little bit more consistently. That's kind of funny. They're both from the same kingdom and they almost serve the same purpose. But Phoenicia would still be better. Phoenicia is more unique. There's so many troops that are already like this mythic in the game that are just better versions of it. It took her 10 minutes. Did it actually take... I always like watching in the background. I wasn't really looking at the specific fights. That's kind of funny. Let's see. We'll go for that for now. And just wipe it out. Let's see. We'll move that over for now. And just kill all that out. Not her fault. Cal OP. Doesn't Festival Cal kill itself? How does it even take 10 minutes? I guess she just chatted through it all. How many battles did she get last night during her Puzzle Quest stream? I actually wasn't able to catch it, even though she did give me codes, which is good. Did anyone actually remind her to give her codes during that stream? Because I didn't catch it. So someone might have reminded her, because I just noticed when I looked at it earlier that the amount of time ago that it occurred was pretty much around the time of the Puzzle Quest stream, when she gave us codes yesterday. Let's see. We'll take that down. But yeah, how many battles did she get in? 3? Though in all fairness, battles in Puzzle Quest do take longer. Not that long, though. Like, way longer compared to Gems of War. Like, the average battle in Puzzle Quest is more like a 5-minute battle or so. Whereas Gems of War obviously can get really, really low. Like, under a minute. Even under 30 seconds. Hello, David. Welcome. Which reminds me, we still need to go and finish out Puzzle Quest. We'll need to do that sometime. Even though she's been streaming it every single week for months, and we haven't played it for like 5 months, I'm pretty sure we could still beat her to the end. Even though she both started and ended before us. Or, I mean, not ended before us. But even though she started before us and has been streaming it every single week for like 5 months, I think we'll still finish the game before her. In like 2 days or something. I could theoretically do it in one stream if I really wanted to grind it out one day. We'll probably spread it across like a week or something. Let's see. We'll go for that for now. I chat a lot, but it tends to be about the game itself. and not about other topics. So I do mention other topics occasionally. I'm not good at small chat. She could small chat for like the entire stream. Would you pass? Like, gosh, I think I've already said. Oh gosh, did the stream just die? Stream, come back so I can talk about pets. Okay, there it goes. It's back. But yeah, I used to have a lot of pets in the past. But currently absolutely none. Actually, when was the last time I had a pet? Like when I was younger, I had like an absurd amount. But right now, I think it's been almost like 10 years, I want to say. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's almost going to be half my life soon without a pet. I need to get more eventually. I feel like if I ever like finally settle down, I want chickens again. They were so adorable. Like if I'm getting any pet, I kind of want to get like a little chicken thing. And then you also never need to buy eggs again. Though, of course, the chickens will actually, you know, cost quite a bit in getting the cages and everything for it. However, it's one of the only few pets where the pet actually pays you back. It's one of the very, very few pets that is technically slightly money efficient. In that if you can actually get them for reasonable enough, they theoretically pay themselves back over the course of their lifespan. Or maybe not pay you back, but, you know, it's the only pet that gives you, like, anything back as far as immediate savings, other than as companionship. Or birds can be good companions, too. As long as they're not overly pecky. They normally get pretty, like, after you feed them for, like, a couple months, they get, like, pretty calm with you. Like, they won't be, like, all annoying. They're not like some cats where they'll, like, try scratching or anything like that, even after you've been, like, best friends with them for years. No, Persian cats are actually really good about not, like, tearing you apart. They're actually pretty adorable. Let's see. I'll go for that. There we go. Oh, what do we grab here? We get that. Yeah, my Persian cat that I had, nah, neither of them ever scratched. They were really calm. They're also hyperallergenic, so I wasn't allergic to them. Though I'm also not allergic to chickens. Because I'm not allergic to feathers, I'm allergic to fur. Most furs. Not all fur, though. But feathers don't do it. And obviously birds have feathers. Let's see. We'll take that over. Get our hit. Get our explosion again. And dead. There we go. Collect all this. 25 gems, 10,000 gold, 50,000 pre-seek XP, which we don't need. Obviously, the main thing we need there is the 25 gems. There we go. And let's see what we can go claim with our 25 gems. Let's see. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Wonderful! Should I go play an ad and see what we get? Just for fun. Let's go play the slot machine of getting nothing for our time. I'm pretty sure we can get more from 10 seconds of PvP than this ad. Let's actually put it to comparison. Hold up. Let's go, hold up. Let me go launch this on the thing. And then we'll do a comparison real quick. Let's do one PvP battle. Like a low-level 1 trophy PvP battle in casual PvP. The loot from that compared to 30 seconds of watching an ad. Let's see which one comes on top. I think there's only 2 drops that are worth it on this ad. The 3 glory keys and the 1 gem key. And I think there's like a 10 gem key. I mean, a 10 gems. So there's like 3 drops, I guess. I did get 3,000 gold once. What did we get the second time? I haven't watched it that many times. Okay, let's see what we get. We get an ad about... What's the ad about right now? Connection has failed. What did we get an ad for? Some kind of slot machine again. This is the second slot machine thing we gotten. This is a completely different one. It is literally a slot machine. Scatter slots. Weird. Very weird. They got 100 gold! The 100 gold meme. Wait, can you guys see that? Let me zoom in as much as we can. Gosh, we don't have any lighting here. That's not going to work. Let me get that other lighting thing. Let's see. You can take my word for it. It's 100 gold. No, wait. I need to show it. Hold up. We can't not show the 100 gold. Wait. This is just too hilarious. I see what people mean by the 100 gold now. It's actually a drop. Obviously, we can see it's a drop, but that's pretty funny. Look at how much value we just got. Where's my webcam? Why is it so hard to find my webcam? I have it in a folder, which makes it so annoying to find whenever I actually want to go and change this. Let's see. Hold up. We got to show our massive loot that we just got. Hold up. There's the gold icon over there. Oh, yeah, it's green screened right now. But the main thing you need to see. Autofocus. Can you please function? Autofocus. Why do you fail so badly? You can kind of see it's 100. Why is autofocus being so bad? Autofocus. Do you not know how to work? Webcam. You are awful. It's obviously a 100. You can kind of make it out. Anyways. Yeah, that's awful. That is hilariously, pitifully awful. Okay. Now let's see if 1 second of PvP can outdo that. Let's see. Anyways, did I lock it? Should be locked in. Okay, just make sure I don't accidentally drag it anywheres. Also, let me make sure this goes all the way off too, just so we don't accidentally lag the thing out. Okay, let me go close that out completely. Okay, so let's go and do a PvP battle for. Yes, I know we desynced, and it desyncs your game if you have them both open at the same time. As well. There we go. Okay, now it should be synced. So let's go do casual PvP quick kill real quick. We'll just do it with Phoenicia quick kill. So let us count how many seconds this takes. So we'll do it right now. And actually we'll start on the little second mark thingy there because I keep track of it a little bit better. Okay, so we started at the 20-second mark there. At least on my screen. Not sure if it comes out on the replay at the exact same timer. If you're watching it live, I don't think it has a timer like that, but it would after the fact. And let's see. We started at the 20-second mark. We have finished. As soon as we get out of the reward screen, it'll be finished. Okay, okay, it's done. So that was like 15 seconds. So for 15 seconds of battling, we got ourselves 13 sets of the reward, 3 glory, some class XP, some souls, a trophy, some XP towards our hero class, a trait stone, and an ingot. How is that worth 30 seconds of PvP? But yeah, we got 100 gold. And this was 15 seconds of PvP. So theoretically, you could double all these values if you really wanted to. But that's 15 seconds of PvP. As we can see if we do it again. As it will pretty consistently do this in 15 seconds, if not less. Because all we have to do is explode, kill. He's already dead. Dead. And we gain the exact same loot right over again. Or pretty similar loot anyways. Why is it lagging? Why can't I move on the screen? Why won't it let me move? That's weird. But you can obviously tell we got about the same amount of loot. I'm not sure why it wouldn't let me drag that screen. That was weird. I know. How does it feel to get 100 gold? I don't get the point of the ads. Their loot is just so horrifically bad. Like, I could understand if it was, like, at least slightly better. That's weird. Now it lets me drag. But, yeah, you can get this in, like, 15 seconds. 15, 20 seconds. It's probably closer to 20 seconds. But, you can get this so quick. Like, 30 seconds top if you have to repick. We're getting actually kind of lucky, so we don't have to repick here. Like, now we finally need the repick if we want to go do this again. But, it's, like, 30 seconds top. Like, even if you compare that. 30 seconds of salty PvP? True. True, true. If you're doing 30 seconds of salty PvP, you'd probably get 0 loot. Very true. You do have a point with that. It might be based on salty time. Let's see. We'll go for that. Anyways, we'll go back to gold farming. Actually, what was I doing? We were finishing out that. I think we did most of the things we needed to do. So we can kind of just mess around with whatever. So I guess we're just getting some free dabless XP real quick. But I wasn't even running the right metal setup either. We're supposed to run magic with it, but we had enough damage that didn't matter. Well, Salty knows we're just playing. She knows she takes forever to battle. She just likes stalking. Let's see. Anyways, let's go and I don't know. What do we want to do? Do we want to farm tokens or do we want to farm gold? I mean, they're both the same thing. Do we want to farm gold and tokens or do we want to farm class XP? That is the question. Or we could just keep doing that in PvP. Which is technically a combination of both. Why not? Let's just keep doing this PvP. Though I should probably be using not this team and using the other hero class. The Rowan build. Is Spinneret worth getting? No. You mean for that offer thing? No. Spinneret's really bad. Even after it got buffed. Yeah, we need gold for faction. We're getting gold from doing what we're doing right now, though. Also, we're only putting about 1 million something into the faction. Because I'm only going to 100. We're going to potion up the rest. Or at least that's the game plan. Because this faction should be easier than Sea of Sorrows, which is why I did it that way. I did Sea of Sorrows to 200 the other week. Just so we could have it upgraded for 2 weeks from now. Because two Tuesdays from now we'll have a event for it, and then we'll just kind of go from there. If anyone else still has any other questions, do let me know. I'll make sure to go over them all. You think Isar got the first match done at the 45-minute mark? Well, I once got my first match done at like the 30-minute mark before. But that's normally because we're going over patch notes or some kind of thing that happened or something related to the game. Kind of like how if they did a patch preview, they would almost do 0 battles. Where they get to their first battle after like an hour and a half. But that doesn't really count. But if you're just doing like a generic stream. That would be different if it took that long to get the first battle. But if you were going over something else, it's kind of be understandable that would take that long. Because you'd want to go over that other thing first before you get into battles. Oh yeah, we've actually zeroed out our gold twice in the last few weeks. We really need to be gold farming more than I have been. The main reason it's been so low is I've been class XP farming. And most of the quickest class XP farming methods in the game do not farm gold extremely quick. Actually, the method we're doing right now is actually the highest rate of gold. That coincides with a really decent rate of class XP. It's obviously not the best rate of gold in the game. However, it is actually the best rate of XP for your classes in the game, oddly enough. The main reason I don't do it is because of the lack of tokens. Because we're actually getting 0 token drops. But however, we do get ingot drops. However, I don't really need ingot drops, do we? But, the quicker class XP is still nice. Plus we get gold. It's not a lot of gold, but, this gives about 100,000 to 150,000 gold per hour. It's slightly more. Actually, I believe it's closer to 150,000. Because doing Explore 3 is 100,000 per hour. So this is probably closer to 150,000 per hour. Because we're getting around 1,500 or so gold per battle. And we're getting battles done at least twice every minute. So what is that? 60 times 1,500 is about what we're getting right now. What does the math come out to on that? 1,500 times 60. Or sorry, not 1,000. 3,000, sorry. 3,000 times 60. Because we're doing it twice per minute. That comes out to about 180,000 per hour. So while Explore 3, or sorry, yeah, Explore 3 comes out to about 100,000 per hour, give or take about 25 to 50,000. This does about 180,000 per hour, give or take about like 30,000 or so. It's probably around like 150 to 200,000 or somewhere's in that general ballpark is what we get from doing this. So it's at minimum like 50,000 higher than the other method per hour for gold. And you're also getting higher class XP. However, you're getting no token drops, which is the biggest difference with it. You're also getting a lower amount of trait stone drops. However, that doesn't really matter much to us. And you're also getting the benefit of getting ingots here. But that also has really little effect since we're pretty much already maxed out on ingots. I'm missing a few epics, but we'll have it within like a month or so. Build what? Gorgotha plus 3? I'm not sure what you're asking by that. Gorgotha plus 2 in the Mythic? If you were to use it with Gorgotha, do they have a color overlap over the Mythic? If so, you'd probably go single time. Oh, that was Salty's team? Yeah, she really likes using Gorgotha. Gorgotha's old meta. It's a really safe option, but very few teams use it in the current state of the game. Especially once Curse came into the game. But even before then, because Mountain Crusher, Leprechaun, things like that, pretty much ever since Heroes got buffed, made it pretty useless. Heroes got buffed about a year and a half ago. And then a few months after that, we got Leprechaun, like 4 or 5 months after. And ever since those two things happened, Gorgotha has nearly fallen completely out of the meta. It still was useful because it's a really safe option. But if you're looking for speed, it's generally not considered. It's normally used in Guild Wars if you still use it this week. I mean, if you still use it these days. Because it's a really safe option. But you very, very rarely use it anywhere but Guild Wars. Because if you're doing factions, you'd rather have Entangle than a 75% score reduction because of how far it upscales. Like PvP and Guild Wars, particularly Guild Wars, is like the only location you tend to bring it out these days, Gorgotha. It's still a great troop. It's just not as good as it used to be in the past. The biggest issue it has is it's a mana generator that takes forever to get started compared to other options that exist these days. At one point, when all these mana accumulations didn't used to exist, it was better. But there's so much mana start in the game that Gorgotha is just not that good anymore. Not to mention, daemons don't even have a 50% mana start option. If they were ever to get one, Gorgotha would become substantially better out of nowhere. Like, he'd almost become meta again. Actually, would probably quite literally become meta again if daemons ever got 50% mana start. However, they don't right now. But until that happens, Gorgotha is just going to only be like a Guild War option for the most part. What are we doing right now? We're mostly farming up gold and EXP towards Diabolus hero class while trying to get the gold that we need for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a new faction. So we'll have a bunch of gold to go put towards that. I think we're only going to need like 1 million or 1.5 million, but which we already have. But we're really low on gold right now, so I do need to make sure we stock up. Because we've been a little low for a while now. Oops, that's not a battle we can one-shot. That is. So I'm farming gold and EXP right now. That is correct, yes. Mostly EXP. But it passively gives us gold. I really want to get all the hero classes maxed. And the main reason I want to do this is to stop getting those annoying offers that are completely useless. Because until we have every hero class in the game max, it's going to keep giving us offers of one that we do not want almost every single day. We've gotten it every day but one. Or I have, anyways. And I'd prefer to see anything but that there, because we're never going to buy the XP for 125 gems. If it was 100 gems, I would have considered it. And if it was 75 gems, I'd probably go for it almost every single time, if not every single time. 125 is just a bit much. We actually found someone with under 1,000 team score. That's pretty amazing. He doesn't even use his hero on his team either. That must be someone who like literally started today or something. But how low those stats are. Because one of them has 4 HP as his starting stats. We're getting a lot of really easy battles right now. What's our defend team right now that we're getting such easy battles? I don't even know these days. I think it's one of my random teams. I don't even have a designated defend team. I just said whatever. Because PvP defend means nothing. Only Guild War defend matters. My class cheap team. It's Black Manacles with Triple Paladin is my defend team right now. It's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh, that's not what I want. I almost just wasted a gem. What do we even need here? Get another explosion. Get, yeah, we have Phoenicia already. Just clear it out. Good to go. What do we even need here? We'll grab that right over there. And then we can go and, what do we need here? We'll just get yellow for now. Is it worth it if you were going to buy class XP out of the event anyways? Of course, farming for 2.5 gems. Every PvP victory would be something everyone would snatch at. Generally, it is never, ever, ever worth buying XP. The only reason you would ever buy hero class XP is for the reason of just wanting to power level it in order to, for whatever reason. If you just want to power level it and you just have a lot of excess gems. It is generally not advised to just randomly go and buy XP. It is something that in every situation in the game, even in class events, is extremely overpriced to buy, and you should never really buy it. The only reason you see me buying it on occasion is so that we can cover it for videos, or just so we don't have a little bit less of a grind and because we have such a surplus of gems. But generally speaking, the gem value of leveling your hero classes is really bad, because if you compare it to how much XP you can get per hour just by farming PvP or explore or like anything, you can get basically hundreds of gems per hour just by farming class XP in savings. So you might as well just do that, because the rate of actually farming gems in this game, if you were to infinitely farm it, is about 50 to 70 per hour off a treasure hunt, because that's the quickest rate in the game if you're looking for an infinite farm location. So it's generally not worth buying class XP, because it is way, way more than that. You're spending like hours worth of gems just to save an hour of having to grind a hero class. Which obviously is still worth it to people that have an extreme surplus of gems. But in most situations, class XP is almost never worth it compared to just grinding it out manually. How long have I been playing? Too long. We've been playing for this game for 5.5 years. And over the course of that 5.5 years, we have, that's just the data on the other thing. Where's the X button? We have this much playtime in the game. We have 11,922 hours played. So far, we've been streaming for about 105 minutes. Actually, I think that might be a little bit much. I think I had launched the game a little bit before we started. Normally, I restart it right before just to make sure it doesn't lag any from any battles I would have been doing previously. We've played for 44 hours over the past 2 weeks, and we have 11,922 hours total. That is a lot of time. And the amount of time over the last 2 weeks have been a little bit lower, mostly because Animal Crossing. But, yeah, we have almost 12,000 hours in the game. $100 souls. Still better than 100 gold. Theoretically, 100 souls is better than 100 gold. It's amazing how many things look good compared to the 100 gold. That's a really easy firebomb team. However, we can't one-shot it, so it's not as easy. What are we doing right now? We're farming for tomorrow, also simultaneously gaining class XP. That is what we're currently doing. Mostly trying to farm gold, but we're also doing it while passively gaining class XP. This is like the quickest mix that we can do that both farms class XP at a really high rate while also farming gold at not the highest of rates, but it's not a bad rate. Obviously, you can do about like 2.5 times this rate with other methods as far as gold per hour, but you wouldn't be gaining nearly as much class XP at all. And some of those quicker methods require you to use a class that isn't even like one that you want to level, because they might require a certain trait to function. Whereas this obviously works with anything, doesn't matter what's there. Same as Rowan team. Rowan team actually doesn't care what hero class you use. Greenstorm is beneficial to it, like a Greenstorm hero class. However, it's not really required. Oh, I never did hand out a code, did I? Hold up, my bad. I meant to do that after we got, I meant to do that ages ago, which is probably why I forgot I even didn't hand it out. I meant to hand that out after raids, and we're like 40 minutes later now. My bad, let me go hand out a code now. Thanks for reminding me. Let's see, what code are we up to? I believe it's this one or the one below. I either forgot to mark it, which I believe I did, or it's the one below this. I'm pretty sure it's the one below this. But I like checking it just to make sure we don't skip codes. Gotta get all that juicy loot when we can. Where'd the code section just go? I literally just had it clicked. Why is it not in the correct order? There we go. Oh, because I opened that other tab earlier when we were looking at that poll that I was talking about earlier. That is why it's not in the correct order. Let's see. Oh, we used 2 of them already that I didn't mark. I'm slacking on marking them, apparently. There we go. Okay, that's the one I wanted. Paste that in right over there. Copy, copy, and here you go. There's a redeem code. You use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. This actually is basically the same as Rowan. It's actually technically slower than Rowan due to its higher mana cost. However, it has a higher kill range as far as the max HP that it can kill at. But Rowan is theoretically quicker, and that Rowan from a Leprechaun is almost always going to hit full mana, whereas Phoenicia will slightly more commonly not hit full mana. But whenever she simultaneously hits full mana, she has a much higher kill range than Rowan. I think she can kill on average about 20 or 30 durability higher than a Rowan can in similar builds. But you have this problem. A Rowan would have full mana right now. She does not. This is the biggest issue with using something like this. Oh, I should have taken yellow. Why did I not? But she occasionally does not get full mana, which slows her down compared to Rowan. It's the reason why if you were to do a really low level battle, you would generally go down the route of Rowan. But this allows us to kill up to about 8,000 team score, so I still try doing under 7,000 if I can, just in case they have something annoying. Because the higher the level, the more likely they are to have like a trait that has revive or some other annoying thing, even spell reduction or something, that'd make it so it wouldn't work. Whereas the lower the rating, the more likely they aren't traded, as you can see. And if they're not traded, they won't have any annoying mechanic at all, which is very beneficial when doing this method. Because the lower that number, the less likely they are to have traits. Because one thing that number is actually based on is how many traits the troops have. So that number would automatically be lower if they didn't have traits, as you can kind of see by the team. But anyways, does anyone else have any other questions? Otherwise, I probably will be wrapping up pretty soon. Let's see, how close are we to next level on this? We might go to the next level. Though, didn't we just recently get one? Oh, we'll go to the next level. Might as well. That's what, 10 battles? No, 11 battles. We got 11 battles, and we'll go get that. Hello, Dan! Welcome. They go pretty quick. You can confirm. You just collected tribute and daily deal popped up. Have I gotten tribute yet again this hour? I'll see if it happens to me when I take tribute. And see if it does the same for me. I haven't been seeing it happening. But I'll wait till we get tribute and see. I forget what time I took tribute prior. We had to have at some point in this stream. We're already over an hour into the stream. At what time did I take tribute? I completely forget. I'm not normally paranoid these days about constantly taking it. I try to when I can, but I'm not like setting a timer literally every hour just to do it. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I have at some point in the past, especially in college, because it helped keep me focused on my work while also grinding tribute. Because it made for a good like break timer as well, just to have in between. That's a little bit too high. I'm not gonna risk it. Are we still planning on doing a video for the Mythic comparison this week? We might be. Next video is going to be going over the new Mythic that's coming out tomorrow, though. And that'll be done sometime tomorrow morning. Then we'll be streaming by about noon or so. And then from there, we'll be doing a stream going over the faction. And then I'll need to get a separate video out for the faction at some point. The enemy can still get extra turns while they are frozen. Freeze stops skulls if it's frozen on first. It freezes whatever colors if it's frozen on a different location. And it freezes their extra turn ability if the specific one with extra turn is frozen. However, it is still possible that something ends its turn with the freeze, but then regains its turn off of something else. When it comes to freeze, you have to freeze every single extra turn. If they get even one single extra turn, it does not end their turn. So if you freeze them for like 3 different instances, but in one of those instances they still manage to get an extra turn on something they're not frozen on, it still fully counts as an extra turn. You have to freeze every single possible extra turn option for them to not get it. So for example, if they take a 4 times red, but they're frozen on red, but then they get a 4 times blue from the cascade, and they're not frozen on blue, they would still gain an extra turn. Because even though they're frozen on red, they're not frozen on the blue extra turn they just took. So that's likely what happened, or something similar. Also, one other thing that can happen is, let's say there's a troop. Let's say Truffle, for example. He creates green and brown. Let's say you're frozen on both green and brown, but the Truffle itself is not frozen. He would still gain an extra turn, because he has automatic extra turn on cast. He specifically would have to be frozen himself. Even if he extra turns off of both green and purple on the board. I mean, green and brown on the board. He would lose that from frozen. But his ability itself still has the extra turn attached to it, so he'd still maintain his turn, even in that situation, even though you froze him at 2 different instances. But because you didn't freeze him on all 3 instances, he still gets the turn. So hello, Curtis. Welcome. There we go. Yeah, freeze at one point when they were originally going to add it was going to be really broken. It's even still very strong to this day. But before it was ever even launched into the game, they were originally going to make it so one single freeze on your team like froze literally everything. Like you wouldn't be able to get any kind of extra turns. It's a little bit more complicated with how they have it now. However, it's while it's more complicated, it's a lot more balanced. Because it's already a really strong ability, and if they would have made it so one freeze just automatically disabled everything, it would have just been way too powerful. Freeze is already really strong, even without that functionality. It's one of the best status effects in the game. Arguably the absolute best. And you'd see why if you ever played high-level Guild Wars. That is like the bane of existence on most teams, is freeze mechanic. But anyways, here's the redeem code. Should still be valid too if you haven't already claimed it. Anyone who's just getting here, there's the code right over there. We just claimed it 6 minutes ago, so I assume it's still good. But it's 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Though it does have a limited amount of claims, so make sure to use it soon. Do you generally use the method to go to tier 1 for PvP? Or are you just farming something? Oh no, I'm just farming something. You don't even get PvP rating from what we're doing right now. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I have like almost no PvP rating right now. What we were just doing does not give any PvP rating, as you can tell by our 6 or 7. You have to do it in ranked. If you do it in casual, it doesn't give you any. Only in ranked would you actually gain any ranking. And it's not worth doing it in this because of refresh. You'd have to waste a gem every time, which is way too expensive. But refreshing this for only 50 gold is basically 0, since I'm doing the battle anyways. Yeah, you should never click the repick button on the normal PvP. It is way too expensive. 1 gem just to repick in normal PvP is way too expensive. If it was like 1,000 gold or something, it would probably be worth it. But for 1 gem, it definitely is not. You're level 1,567. Gosh, that is high. We're not even that high yet. We're almost that high. And you have every troop in the game, and your delves are all maxed. Is there a spot open in your guild? Currently, no. But I'm not sure if we need to kick anyone soon. But we can get you into the future. But unfortunately, at this exact moment in time, we are full. And I'm not sure if anyone has been behind on their contributions. So I'm not sure if I really need to kick anyone. I can go try discussing with some of my other guildmates on that. Azala and a few others keep track of that pretty well. But I don't believe we have anyone extremely slacking, but I can go double check. But at this current moment in time, we do not have a spare spot. But we can definitely get you in at some point if you're still interested in like a couple days or a couple weeks. But at this current moment in time, we are full. But anyways, guys, any other questions before we end out? Otherwise, I will probably be calling it a night. We'll be back tomorrow, and in the morning, we'll be going over the new Mythic. And then by noon, we'll be doing a stream going over new faction and grinding that out, because we'll have a lot to go grind. That'll take several hours. We will start doing skip method once we reach to like the 10th or so, and then we'll just start plowing through everything, just going straight through it. That's pretty much the game plan for tomorrow. Yeah, the code should still work. We just posted it like 7 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago. Should still be active. Normally it lasts like 10 to 15 minutes. So it'll probably last at least a few more minutes before everyone kills it out. Has a limited amount of claims. I think it's a few hundred. But even though if we don't have a few hundred viewers at any given time, normally we have a little bit under that. Actually, lately we've been actually kind of under 100 for most streams, unless it's like a bigger stream. Like last time we had 100 was during the night of the new patch, because of course people were more interested in seeing everything that was new than just our normal standard streams. But tomorrow we'll probably have more viewers too, since we'll be going over Mythic and the new faction in the morning, and we'll be doing that around noon or so, as far as the stream itself. And the video should hopefully be up a little bit before then. But anyways, guys, I'm going to catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Best of luck with the drops tomorrow if you're going to be going and trying to get through faction or trying to get the Mythic. Do keep in mind this Mythic's going to be pretty bad, and I do not really advise getting it. However, I will be, and we'll go from there. The only instance you'd really get it is if you have no Mythic for Strix, or for Suncrest, I mean, and you want to go get a Suncrest Mythic. However, the other Suncrest Mythic of Phoenicia is better. However, you would have to go out of your way to craft it, or wait until you can go event key for it. And I don't believe there's a Suncrest event coming anytime soon. I'm not sure. But it's overall going to be pretty lackluster, this new Mythic coming out. The faction doesn't have anything too interesting either. I think I had one troop. It's actually going to be pretty easy to run faction for it, though. It has a boost ratio troop, so we'll be able to upscale based on attack to do damage to the enemy. That's actually going to be pretty good since, generally speaking, you're always, or at least towards the later battles anyways, by the time you'd get around to a higher pure faction, like pure faction 500, you would already be at disadvantage on stats. So it's going to be pretty good since it has a boost ratio based on the enemy stats. And while they'll be able to hit you for more damage as well, you'll be able to hit the enemy for more extra damage than they'll be able to hit you, which is going to be decently beneficial because it basically evens out your stats even though theirs are technically higher. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave a like if you enjoyed the stream, as it helps out a lot for YouTube exposure. And I will catch you guys soon. And tomorrow we'll have new Mythic and new hero class. And we'll go over that and go from there. Anyways, guys, catch you later. And, of course, we'll still have the normal stream tomorrow as well at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And our other stream will start around noon Eastern Standard Time. And we'll go from there. And that's in about 15 hours from now or so. Actually, like 12 and a half. Or, sorry, 14 and a half hours, approximately. Anyways, guys, catch you later. Good night. And thank you so much for stopping by. As always, it's greatly appreciated. And stay safe from the virus. Goodbye, everyone.